The Broncos have this long history of outstanding cornerbacks. You know, you're part of that lineage there. Now it's PS2 there. What do you like about his game?
Man, he just so mature, man. It looked like he came out the womb ready to play cornerback, man. It's what I want my son to be. He looked like he learned little DB lessons along his whole life, and now he's 23, 24, or whatever years old, and is here now. He got the confidence. He's been doing it. I just love the confidence that he played with, man. He got the technique. I love his technique. Uh, I think when you got a guy like that on your defense, it's almost like having a Bo Nix on offense. A guy where if y'all got a big time receiver, he'll go handle him, man. By him just saying, I'll go guard him, I feel like that injects confidence in the rest of the team. Like, yeah, that's our leader. He got y'all guy, and that we gonna stop the run, and it all falls in place, man. So
You mentioned his technique and all these little things. When I watch him, Aqib, like he looks so smooth out there.
yes,
How do you describe that? I mean, he just always is like in the right. It doesn't look like he's trying that hard.
because his technique is he
Mm.
knows what he want to do. Is you call man coverage. Sometimes he might play an outside leverage, force you to go inside undercut. Sometimes it might be 3rd and 3. He got to play an inside leverage. He wants you to, if you're gonna catch anything, you better throw this bomb. He's taking away everything else. So he's just so technical sound. And when you're technically sound like that, it makes you look like you're just playing so smooth. I remember myself, I was not technically sound probably until Raheem Morris, until I learned some technique at Tampa Bay when I got to the league. Like, if you look at my college film of me pressing, I look like a left tackle. Like I'm out here kick sliding inside because I didn't really have good coaching. You know, I didn't have a guy who told me how to play man coverage the right way. Or when the receiver gets in tight, it's a certain way. We call it shade technique that I learned in the NFL. I learned under Joe Woods while I was at the Bucks. I mean, while I was at the Broncos. So, I mean, that's my 7th, 8th year in the league, and I'm still learning new techniques. Where if you have a guy like my son, like PS2, who did this stuff already, you kind of come in knowing those techniques already. And I mean, of course, it can get polished up, it can get better. But when you come in with technique, man, you just look completely different than an average cornerback.
PS2, when
Yeah,
you see him out there on the field, what makes him elite,
yeah,
Chris? Because like I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but he's big and
yeah,
it looks like he kind of like floats on the grass. Like
yeah.
he's so smooth. What do you see from PS2?
Oh yeah, like you said, the first thing is his size. You know, you don't rarely see corner 6'2". He's a legit 6'1", 6'2", and long arms, and he moves very fluid. You know, he's has very great skill and very great patience on the line and very disciplined. That's one thing I would say. He's a more disciplined corner. You know, he's not a guy that's gonna not. He's not a Talib where you expect him to jump all types of routes, you know, and things like that. He's a more disciplined corner. He's gonna do his job. He's gonna play with great technique. You're not gonna see him doing anything that out of the ordinary. He's gonna be pretty much the same guy every week, and that's how you be. That's how you play long in the NFL, being consistent every week, and that's what Pat's doing. And now he just has to be able to take this defense, on which I think he is, being a great leader as example. And man, his size is what really sets him apart. Being able to have that size and be able to still move so fluid, right? So I would just keep doing what he's doing, and they're gonna lean on him every week. It's gonna be a challenge every week for him.
You played with Champ Bailey. You see any similarities to Champ and Pete and Pat?
Man, I would say the technique wise, definitely. Uh, it's just Pat is different just because he's bigger than everybody, right? He has 2 inches on Champ, So that would be. It's hard to compare this guy. I would compare him more to like a Talib size, Sherman, bigger guys. These are big corners. I would compare him to those guys. Champ would probably be Champ Revis. Those that height area. But Surtain, man, he's on the pace, man. He can. I mean, all the accolades and everything's out there for him to go get. So He definitely has a chance to definitely be Hall of Fame easily. I think he's already got an All Pro Bowls.
Yep.
So it's right there for him. So all he has to do is go out there and make the plays, man, and get some wins. Hopefully, get us a Super Bowl, and he'll have a great career.